So I watched that Noah movie. It was such an interesting world, I just had to read the book after. Although I'm glad I didn't have to read too far. I'm pretty sure whoever wrote that was just trying to rip off the Silmarillion by Tolkien. This is Noah, the story of Ham, and his adventures trying to lose his virginity before the end of the world. Noah and his family are vegans, feeding mostly on the lichen that grow on rocks. Veganism is where eating animals is bad, but sacrificing them is fine. Through a series of visions, Noah learns that God is going to send rain to kill all the sinners and animals of the planet, and he is to build an ark onto which pairs of animals will be placed so that they can survive the flood and repopulate the world. Ham notes that everybody and every animal has a woman for the post-apocalypse except for him and his prepubescent brother. Noah didn't seem to understand the criticism, so Ham went into town to fetch a woman. But the rain was coming, so Shem and his woman go to look for him. They have sex instead. Ham eventually finds a woman with sufficiently low self-esteem to have sex with him, but Noah thought she was a sinning whore, so he didn't let her on the boat. In the book, they all had wives. I guess the writers left it out to make it a comedy. Ham gets back at Noah by letting a murdering psycho on board who keeps eating all the animals. Later, it turns out that Hermione's pregnant from that one time they had sex. How did they know? Ancient pregnancy test. They break the news to Noah, but experiencing the late stages of cabin fever, Noah vows to terminate the pregnancy. How? Ancient morning after pill. After the amount of time it takes for everything to be thoroughly dead, they exit the Ark to start repopulating the world. But in a world with no women, no lube, and no internet, Ham walks off into the desert to die, which basically leaves Japheth with an obligation to the human race to have sex with these twins, which might seem kinky, but they're also his nieces. Later, God sends bitchin' rainbows as a promise he's not going to use floods to do genocide. He literally just did, but you know, what are you going to do? Overall, I rate this movie 2 blue balls out of a mangled dinosaur skeleton. Sure, we got to see some angel monsters killing sinners, but maybe the book was better. Some things I liked these magic rocks they used to make fire. That was the biggest plot hole in the book so far. How could they make fire back then? I'm glad they addressed it. Hey, you prove they didn't exist. Also, it allowed them to make guns. I find it difficult to sit through an entire movie where no one gets shot. I also like the new creation story. The old one wasn't very sensitive to evolution. Also, it kind of implied that females were the root of all sin. So it's cool they changed it. But the troubling thing about the Noah story is the proposition that good and evil are traits that people have and can't get rid of, so it must be drowned out. You're either a God-fearing rock-sucking aristocrat or a dirty live animal-eating rapist. The movie did bring it up, what with pro-choice Noah, but it didn't really address it. In the writer's defense, it's a story where God wants to exterminate some humans, but instead of using a narrow-spectrum pesticide, kills all animals everywhere. Is there even a lesson here? Or is this just setting the stage for more human and animal sacrifice and flimsily justified genocide?